Hello, I'm Eric Whitaker, and I am honored, deeply honored, to be bringing the Sacred Veil to Switzerland. This will be my second time working with Vocalino. I was there in 2022. I had such an extraordinary time with all of those singers. And to come back now and to do this piece is very, very meaningful to me. The Sacred Veil, it's probably my most personal work. It's a piece that I wrote with my best friend, the poet Charles Anthony Silvestri. He and I have written a dozen pieces together over the past 30 years. But this piece is special. Tony, as we call Charles Anthony, lost his wife, Julie, to ovarian cancer when she was just 35 years old. This was 18 years ago that this happened. And when she died, she left behind a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old. And Tony raised them on his own. It was an extraordinary thing. And for years, Tony and I would talk about the absolute heartbreak, the grief, the impossible weight of what had happened to him, to his family, to Julie. And all I could ever do was encourage him to write about it. That's all I know how to do as a composer is to try to process it by creating something. And Tony resisted at first, I think. He didn't really know how to write about it or what he would even say. And then one day he left for me sitting on my piano in Los Angeles. Just a simple poem. It's what is now the first movement of this large 12-movement work. And I knew immediately what Tony had left me. It was a gateway into this world. This idea of the sacred veil, this veil between the world of the living and those who have passed. And that in moments of birth or death, that veil is paper thin. It's vibrating, and those two worlds are so close together. And I took this as an invitation to ask Tony, are you really ready to do this? And he said yes. And so we crafted this piece, which is an unflinching look at his experience from the very beginning when they first met and falling in love and struggling to conceive children, then finally conceiving, then Julie's diagnosis, and then Julie getting sick, and then Julie getting very, very sick, and finally her death, and then a kind of benediction at the end of all of it. And together we crafted this piece. As I said, it's 12 movements long. And for Vocalino to be doing this as part of their 20th anniversary it's very, very special to me because we're celebrating time past, but also the birth of something new. This is also the Swiss premiere of this piece. So we're bringing something new to life from this incredible grief and sorrow that Tony experienced as a poet, and that Julie had to suffer through with those last years with the cancer. Her story is so beautiful and so compelling, and I really want everyone to hear it. So I would encourage you, if you're hearing this, to go and get tickets as soon as possible. I have a feeling it will probably sell very well. Vocalino is very popular. We'll be performing it throughout Switzerland in some places that aren't even that visited that often by cultural groups. So that's also very, very exciting. And if I can just take this moment to thank the donors who made this possible, for making the little 5-city tour possible and for bringing me over. It's a great honor. I had such an exquisite time when I was in Switzerland before. I just fell in love with the people and the place, and I can't wait to come back. Hope to see you soon.